Shalom. Giving our praises to Yahweh Basham Yoshai Basham Rakakadash. The honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach us this truth. Salutation to the hopeful elect scattered abroad amongst the nations who look like the nations. This is Banaya. So I'm going to be playing a video. This is fair use. This is for education purpose only.
Yeah, but I don't know why, but we have to talk about this. The United States of America is sending Blackwater to Haiti to go and finish the gangs. And this is crazy stuff. You need to know about this. Now, Blackwater is something very, very interesting. I don't know if you heard about it. Have you heard of Blackwater? Blackwater is a former name of a controversial private military company from the United States of America. It became infamous for its role in the Iraq War and other conflicts. So basically, you've heard of Wagner, right? From the Russians. Well, Blackwater is a private army for America. Founded in 1978 by Eric Prince, a former U.S. Navy SEAL. So the guy used to be a Navy SEAL. Navy SEAL are some of the best fighters in the world from America. After being a Navy SEAL, he decided to found his own private army. Yes, my brother, this is America. You never thought this was possible. In the United States of America, there is a private army called Blackwater. What do they use them for? Sometimes when they go to conflict areas and they have to accomplish certain missions that cannot be accomplished by the United States of America officially, they could send Blackwater. And Blackwater, the difference from them with the United States of America Army is Blackwater has no accountability. So you cannot pursue them at all. So they've been accused of many things that are absolutely violent. The original purpose of Blackwater is to provide security services and military training to government, especially the U.S. government. So you can see Blackwater for you to provide training to military of government. How much military training do you have? Now, Blackwater has been through global outrage in many situations where many people were unalived in Iraq. So basically, we're talking about civilians. Unalived, bad, just like civilians. And that is when America decided, you know what, this is not good reputation for us. Okay, we need to retract. In fact, some of them were jailed in the United States of America. And 4 contractors, listen to this, 4 contractors were convicted in the US, but they were later pardoned in 2020 by President Donald Trump. As you can see, Trump pardoned who he wants. 4 contractors that were in jail for doing bad things to other human beings were freed by Donald Trump. Now, Blackwater is being deployed to Haiti. Haiti is right here, this island. It's predominantly black people. So Blackwater is being sent to Haiti. Why? We're going to find out just now. Just keep together. Let's go. The firm is deploying approximately 200 personnel from the United States, Europe, El Salvador, and the one-year agreement focused on reclaiming gang control areas and advising on revenue system. So Haiti needs revenue back, and Haiti right now is controlled by several gangs. Therefore, they've sent not Americans, but Blackwater. 200 personnel, these are highly trained people to go to Haiti and fight Haitian gangs. They call them gangs. These gangs don't call themselves gangs. They call themselves freedom fighters for the Haitian people. We're going to understand what this is about. Now remember, the United Nations first sent Kenyans, soldiers and policemen, whoever they were, to go fight against the gangs. They failed. Because why did they send the Kenyans? Because they're black. You know, send a bunch of black people go fight other black people so it doesn't look like oppression. Right? America couldn't send Americans because it looks like now America is policing the world. So let's try avoid making it look like America is policing the world. So let's send some black Africans from Kenya. Well, they offered $300 million to
as
Kenya.
Well as some Jamaican
and the
troops.
Kenyan leadership said, okay, go. Well, unfortunately, some Kenyans have been unalive now. I'm sure their families will never be comforted. No amount of money will comfort them. Kenyans has failed. They have been unable to dislodge these gangs for perhaps 2 reasons. Number 1, the gangs is very, very, very strong. Number 2, maybe the Kenyan soldiers have realized this fight we're fighting is not our fight. So maybe we should make it look like we're failing. So let's not fight our black, whatever. I don't know. Do you think there's a possibility? Anyway, in any case, Blackwater is coming in and they're ruthless as per their reputation. They're not playing. These are the people that train armies. They're not playing. Now, who are these people? You're probably asking yourself questions. You want to understand who are these gangs? Well, we need to get back into history so we can understand this. Haiti has no stable government right now. The president Jovenel Moïse was assassinated in 2021, and up until now, it's mayhem. The country's in a gutter. But what I want you to understand is Haiti is controlled by 12 families. These families control fuel, electricity, food, and everything else you can think about. So 12 families, and these families are not black. They control everything in the country, banking, finance, every single thing in the country. These 12 families are Syrians, they're Lebanese, they from the country you don't name. They control everything. Now the people of Haiti have had enough and now they're fighting back. Well, all of a sudden you need to send people from Kenya to go fight the people that are fighting back against a family that's been controlling the country for many, many years. You know where we're going now. Now the Kenyans have failed, or maybe they fail, or maybe they decide to fail. Now they say, you know what, leave the Kenyans alone, send Blackwater. 200 people will be enough. Now we need to get back to history to understand what Haiti has been through. Haiti is the first black freed country in the world. So historically they were taken from many places in Africa. Taken to Haiti as slaves to work the cottons, to do sugar cane and many other things. Now it came a time where they had enough. Okay, the French took them. They had enough of the French. The French are ruthless. They were ruthless back in time. And they say, enough is enough. You know what? They did a prayer, Haitian. They believe in voodoo.
So you get...
Yeah, you know what you call voodoo? Yes. They did the voodoo. They spoke and did again.
Yeah. So, the Asian, so-called Asian people are the tribe of Levi. They are the priestly tribe of the children of Israel. Now they were part of the kingdom of Judah. So you see the pushing against Judah right now. Right? They're going against Judah, which the Levites were part of. Right? So I'll go into scriptures. I start at Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Because Haiti is actually a rich in resource. Very rich. When Haiti came out of slavery, they were the richest, actually the richest so-called colony in the Western world. Yes, they produced the most sugar, and they sued. The French sued them after the revolution, and they paid off in the 1920s. Paid off all the so-called money that they owed the French, and then America invaded and have never left since then. Zephaniah 1:17. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Lamentation 2:13. What thing shall I take to witness for thee? What thing shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion. For thy breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? 4 and 6. Lamentation 4 and 6. For the punishment of the iniquity of the daughter of my people is greater than the punishment of the sin of Sodom, that was overthrown as in a moment, and no hand stayed on her. Daniel 9 and 12. And he had confirmed his word, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judge us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem. Twelve and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Matthew 24. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. 22. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Mark 13 and 19. For in those days shall be affliction such as was not from the beginning of the creation, which Yahweh created unto this time, neither shall be. And except that Yahweh hath shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days. Hosea 12 and 2. Yahweh hath also a controversy with Judah, and will punish Jacob according to his ways, according to his doing will he recompense him. Jeremiah 30 and 10. Go back to Jeremiah to finish. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Finish with Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 18. Therefore thus said Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bansha, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead. In those days and in that time, said Yahweh, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none. and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve. All praises to Yahweh Basham, Yoshai Basham Rakakadash. Shalom.